As the United States faces an impending debt crisis, it's crucial to understand the mechanisms behind the scenes that will influence how the next administration, whether Republican or Democrat, will respond. Central to this discussion is BlackRock, a behemoth in the financial world, which has historically played a significant role in shaping US fiscal policies during times of crisis. This article delves into the intricacies of BlackRock's influence, the implications of their involvement, and what this means for the average American. Watch until the end to uncover the crisis and what must be done. In times of economic crisis, the US government has consistently turned to BlackRock for guidance and implementation of financial strategies. This was evident during the 2008 financial crisis under Obama, where BlackRock was instrumental in crafting the bailout strategies, and again during the Trump administration's response to the economic fallout from the COVID-19 pandemic. In 2020, as the world grappled with the pandemic, BlackRock was called upon to manage key funding facilities established by the Federal Reserve. These facilities were designed to stabilize financial markets and provide liquidity. However, instead of using this opportunity to support Main Street, BlackRock directed these funds into their own ETFs and other assets, effectively facilitating a massive wealth transfer to Wall Street. The concern isn't limited to BlackRock's past actions, it's about their ongoing influence. For instance, the Biden administration's economic team is heavily populated with former BlackRock executives, suggesting that regardless of who is in office, BlackRock's agenda will likely dominate US economic policy. Beyond BlackRock's direct involvement in shaping fiscal policy, there is an emerging threat to financial freedom: the introduction of programmable and surveillable money. This includes central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs, and private sector-issued stablecoins. Both forms of digital currency possess the capability to be controlled and monitored by their issuers, posing a significant risk to individual financial privacy and autonomy. During a potential debt crisis, it is plausible that the government might push for the adoption of CBDCs or stablecoins as a solution. While Trump has shown support for stablecoins, advocating for their use during a Bitcoin conference, the underlying threat remains the same. These digital currencies could be used to exert unprecedented control over citizens' financial activities. To grasp the full scope of BlackRock's influence, it's essential to consider the worldview of its leadership. Larry Fink, BlackRock's CEO, has publicly stated that markets prefer totalitarian governments over democracies because they are less messy. This perspective aligns with BlackRock's broader agenda of centralizing power and wealth, often at the expense of individual freedoms and democratic processes. BlackRock's focus on risk management, coupled with Fink's disdain for the unpredictability of democratic systems, suggests a push towards more centralized control over both markets and governments. This drive for control is evident in their involvement in shaping policies that benefit Wall Street while leaving Main Street behind. The concept of going direct, a policy proposed by BlackRock before the COVID-19 pandemic, exemplifies how they plan to shape future economic crises. This policy allows for the direct infusion of money from quantitative easing into the private sector, bypassing public entities. In practice, this meant that during the COVID-19 pandemic, funds intended to stabilize the economy ended up in the hands of large financial institutions like BlackRock, further entrenching their power and influence. The consequences of such policies are dire. They not only exacerbate wealth inequality, but also set a dangerous precedent for how future crises will be handled. If BlackRock continues to be at the helm during the next economic downturn, we can expect similar outcomes: policies that prioritize the interests of Wall Street over those of ordinary Americans. The trajectory we are on, driven by the policies and influence of entities like BlackRock, points towards the creation of a two-tier society. In this new order, the middle class could be eroded, leaving a large underclass managed by a small, wealthy elite. This shift is already being facilitated by the increasing adoption of AI, digital currencies, and other technologies that concentrate power in the hands of a few. As we move closer to this reality, it's crucial to recognize the signs and understand the policies that are driving us there. The widespread adoption of digital IDs, biometric surveillance, and AI-driven decision-making are all indicators of this shift. These technologies, while sold as conveniences or security measures, are gradually eroding personal freedoms and centralizing control. The future may seem bleak, but it's not set in stone. Awareness is the first step toward change. Understanding the influence of entities like Blackrock, the risks posed by programmable money, and the broader agenda of centralizing power is crucial for making informed decisions. It's also essential to advocate for transparency and accountability in government policies, particularly those that impact our financial systems and personal freedoms. Building resilient local communities, investing in skills and knowledge that enhance self-sufficiency, and critically evaluating the role of technology in our lives are all ways to safeguard against the encroaching control of powerful financial institutions and government entities. In the end, the power to shape the future lies in our hands. By staying informed, vigilant, and proactive, we can resist the pressures that seek to strip away our freedoms and create a society that values individual agency and democratic principles. As always, if you thought this video contained info that wasn't a complete waste of time, go ahead and click on that subscribe icon. You can like it too, even if you didn't. Otherwise, miss out on interesting and condensed conversations and topics that don't suck. Catch you on the next one.